I want to send a special thank you to all my new subscribers. If you have not subscribed, make sure you do so and hit that bell so that way you receive notifications when I upload videos. Supa, known as Raynell Stewart, has finally called it quits with her, the father of her child, Lou. Now, you guys know who Supa is. She was the one who launched the Crayon Case makeup line back in 2017 and became popular when her business grossed about $1 million during a Cyber Monday sale. Her relationship with Lou began to fizzle after a guy by the name of MC Shaky, who, by the way, is well known in New Orleans as well, created a buzz on social media by calling out Lou and airing out all his business, claiming that he allegedly impregnated another woman. Now, according to MC Shaky, he says that Supa knew about that pregnancy and she had offered to pay the girl $10,000 in 4 separate installments if she got an abortion and signed an NDA, which is a non-disclosure agreement, basically saying that she would never talk about the situation. So the girl did go and get an abortion. She signed the NDA agreement, but she only received one payment. So she didn't receive the full $10,000, which made her upset. And that's why she reached out to MC Shaky to tell him basically the business. She was not willing to go on camera and do an interview with him, but she was willing to sit down privately with him and show her all of the proof and documents that she had, including this NDA agreement, which it did have Lou's signature on there. It had her signature and an attorney's signature. So MC Shaky was able to get pictures of that as proof. Now, in Supa's defense, she did come out and say that the story that was put out there about Lou was false, that it wasn't correct. And, basically she was standing on the side of her man. But I guess there was some issues that was happening behind the scenes, and she ended up later on posting a DNA kit on her social media, on her Instagram, and she said in the comment that she left that she was going to tell her followers within 2 to 3 days what the results were. So that goes back to, did he cheat or did he not cheat? I mean, it was confusing everybody, because if you're going to come out and say that the guy didn't cheat, why are you posting a DNA kit? So in my opinion, I don't think that Lou was really into Supa as much as Supa was into him. Their relationship was a little bit different from the beginning, and he treated her a bit disrespectful in my opinion. Especially, I don't know if you guys remember, there was I believe it was earlier this year when she got sick, and she had unexplained weight loss. She was going through an issue with having memory loss, a major memory loss, and there was events that she talked about that she didn't even know that she was supposed to attend. And I guess there was an event that she did go to, and she didn't even remember even being there. And so she did a live from her hospital bed, and she was talking about all that, and it seemed like she was in a state of confusion. She was concerned, probably scared as to what was going on, and she was trying to get answers from the doctors. None of the doctors could tell her what was going on. And in the live, she was talking to him, and she was just trying to make sense of what was going on. And it seemed like he didn't want her to talk about it in the public, and he snatched her phone from her and shut her live off. And I felt like the way that he treated her during those times was disrespectful, and it made me question whether or not he genuinely cared about her. Now, I don't know if you guys remember seeing her when she first came out, but Supa was bigger. She was a little thicker. She was still beautiful, but she was thicker. And after she got sick, she went through a lot of weight loss. She lost a lot of weight. She slimmed down, and she recently had a tummy tuck. And so she looks completely phenomenal. But the cheating rumors, I'm inclined to believe, just because of the way I feel like the way he interacted with her wasn't something or a way that someone who was in love with somebody else would interact with them. So that's just my opinion. Now, there's a twist to this story that I was not prepared for. So after Supa had got sick and she had the issue with her memory loss, a lot of her followers, she has a large fan base. They were going to a few psychics and they were asking them to do a reading on her to basically find out, what was causing her illness and what she could do, because the doctors couldn't really give her an answer to pinpoint what was going on. And so her followers was just trying to look out for her, and they asked some psychics to do a reading on her, which they did. And what they came out with was basically saying, they were alleging that Lou, who was her boyfriend, and two of her friends, who was Tokyovanity and bbjudy, the one that came out with the hair drops, kaleidoscope, they alleged that all three of them was doing voodoo on Supa. Now, of course, they're psychics. They're going to come out with that kind of stuff. You can't really prove what somebody is saying unless you really believe in the craft. If you have an understanding in psychics or mediums and things like that, you believe in those type of things. So that's what was put out. But it also caused some backlash for one of the psychics, because she started receiving threats, and she completely cleared her entire social media of all those videos that she did involving Supa. So anything she spoke about involving Supa, she deleted it. Now, the other psychic, she came out and basically confirmed what the first psychic was saying, that people was doing voodoo on her, and that was what was causing her to get sick and have the memory loss. And she basically instructed her to get rid of Lou and to get rid of her friends, otherwise she was going to continue to suffer from having those issues with her memory loss. Basically, she was saying that Lou was trying to kill her. Now, I don't know, y'all gonna have to take that for however you see it. To me, I do believe in people that can see certain things in a person's life. Now, whether or not you believe in it, that's on you. But I've had my own experience with it. And so that's the reason why I do believe that there are gifted people out there. I don't believe that everybody who claims to be a psychic has those abilities. I think some people lie about it and they drag it out to the extent. Now, could that be what happened in this situation? It could be. But when you have two people that say the same thing, and one of the people that did a reading on her, I've watched for a while now, and a lot of her readings have came true. It's kind of hard to say that maybe she wasn't onto something. Now, I'm not claiming that any of that is true, because bbjudy did come out and she did say that it was false. And she was upset because she felt like that the people that was reading on them was just doing it for money and followers. And that could be the case. But ultimately, at the end of the day, you can't tell a woman what to do in her relationship. You can't tell her who to date. You can't tell her who to be friends with. If there's something wrong in those relationships, women have an intuition. You know right away. There's something in your spirit that's telling you something ain't right. And so she doesn't need somebody to come and do a reading for her to tell her what she may already know or what she may already feel in her spirit. Now, if she don't feel nothing in her spirit about Lou or about her friends, well, hey, maybe what was being said wasn't true at the end of the day. But only Supa knows what is going on behind the scenes. This whole situation is crazy. There's been so many allegations and rumors that have came out about these two, from people even saying that Supa was the actual aggressor in their relationship, that she was beating on Lou. They was talking about an altercation that Supa had where she gave Lou a black eye and she stabbed him. They were saying that she could have killed him, all because he wanted to pack his stuff and leave the house and she didn't want him to leave. Now, one thing is true. You only really get to see one side of people's life on social media. You don't get to see everything. You get to see what they allow you to see. But one thing is for sure, you can never run from the truth. And if that is the truth, eventually it's going to come out, because the truth will always come to the light. And somebody will eventually tell it, and there will be proof behind what they tell. I can only go off of what I've seen, and I've personally seen how Lou has interacted with Supa. So that's what I'm going off of. But I can't speak to any of these rumors to say whether they're true or they're not true, because I have no proof on them. So I don't know, but Lou has since deleted his Instagram, and because of all the backlash that he got once Supa confirmed that they were no longer together. Now, he had some type of clothing line, and that has since went out of business. So I don't know. She may have been funding his clothing site, and then as soon as they broke up, them funds stopped with the quickness. But I don't know. I hope that these two can continue to co-parent to the best of their ability, because at the end of the day, all that matters is the child. And hopefully, you know, they won't put the baby in a situation where it's an unhealthy relationship amongst them all. But I will have to say, I'm glad that Supa did make the choice to just move on from the situation, especially since there is rumors of two children lingering out there. No telling if it's true or not, but with her having that DNA kit, there's probably some truth to it. But you guys, y'all tell me what y'all think about this situation, and I will see you in the next video.